Got the small block Ford Edelbrock Performer 289. Tapping the hole in the front into the water jacket for a 3/8 NPT thread. Started out with 1/4 inch, and now we're going to move up to 1/2 inch. Just drilled the 1/2 inch hole. It's getting close, but we only got to go up one more size to 9/16, and it's about as close on the inside. All right, 9/16 holes drilled. Looks pretty good. And now we're going to tap it for the 3/8 inch 18 pipe thread. All right, got it tapped. 9/16 was my final drill. Tapped it with a 3/8 18 MPT, and I ground the back here a little bit so I could get a socket on this with it in the car without taking the distributor out, because that distributor is going to be way over here in the way to try to get a wrench on or something. So I'll screw this in there a little bit and show you. It didn't take much grinding, literally with a Dremel. Dremel ground the back a little bit just to, get that on there, and it works. I mean, you can take it on and off with a deep socket. And I wanted to do 3/8. I didn't see if anybody had done it before because it looked kind of tight. You can do it with a 1/4 inch MPT for a lot of things, but 3/8 is the most common fitting size for water stuff on a car. So now, if you were to try to do this with it in the car, look, a ton of shavings in there, and it's all aluminum, so a magnet's not going to pick it up. But on the Ford, you can pop this thermostat out, and you could easily stick a small little vacuum hose in there and suck all that out of there, I think, with no problem at all. So, to do it on the car, yeah, I think you could, with your distributor out of the way. And you've got on the inside about as much room here as you do on the outside. And if I was to do it over, one thing I would probably do a little different is I would put an angle on it just a little bit from, just a little bit to the rear. Just a little bit, not much, but that would get it away from here a little bit more, and maybe you wouldn't have to grind a little bit. But anyway, I wanted to do that, and I didn't see anybody else, couldn't find anybody else that done it. So yeah, that's it. And I'll paint the intake or whatever, and it'll look just fine. Anyway, it worked. It took it. Good times. Just as an added note, something I just realized I didn't really think about earlier. It'd be a little hard to do because it looks like this when you start, and that's the reason I use the 1/4 inch drill bit to give me a center on the drill. But feeling underneath it inside, you've got plenty of boss on the inside and underneath around this area. It'd be a little tricky to start a drill, but if you could drill out to this side just a little bit, you got plenty of room underneath to do it just like it. And yeah, that'd give you a little more room, and you might not have to do a little grinding on it or whatever. But just an idea. I mean, it's really easy to use that, started hole there to keep us a good center. But yeah, that would have, bringing it over to this side just a little bit, sure would have freed it up with space over here. Good times.